Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ankush, we can hear you.
Hi, guys. Let's wait for 5 more minutes. Let other people join, and then we'll start maybe in 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Class 3 support. Can you meanwhile put an reminder email to all the participants?
Yeah, sure. I will. Actually, we have already sent an email to all of them, and they would be joining.
Okay. Are we expecting any more candidates?
We can start.
Sure. So hi guys, it's my privilege to present with you the most sought after career choices, that is product marketing and product management, and how to make a career choice. And thank you so much for joining this session. So I'll talk about myself first. So my name is Ankush Bansal. Currently, I'm working as a product marketing manager with a company named Flipkart. Prior to this, I have worked as a business consultant with Tech Mahindra, and I did my MBA from IMT Ghaziabad. And I've worked with organizations like Ericsson. I've basically consulted a lot of startups with products. Few of them are operating based out of Gurgaon, and one of them are based out of Bangalore right now. So that's pretty much about it. So my basically uh, domain of expertise is product marketing, program management, business consulting, go-to marketing strategy for various product, and business analytics. So guys, what is product marketing? So anyone of you want to answer that first? What is actually a product marketing? Anyone? No one? How many of you are currently working as a product manager or product marketing manager with some or the other company? Can you raise a hand or give that answer in the chat itself, or you can say it loud as well? Sure. Okay. Uh, so I'll start with defining what is product marketing, and these are the two definitions which I picked up from HubSpot and Wikipedia. So how HubSpot define product marketing as is product marketing is the process of bringing a product to the market. This includes deciding the product positioning and messaging, launch the product, and ensuring salespeople and customer understand it. Product marketing aims to drive the demand and usage of the product. And on the similar lines, Wikipedia tried to explain it in the pretty much similar words, but they have paraphrased or rephrased the entire sentence in a different way. So I think both of them captured the gist about what is product marketing is all about and how we go about it. So why this is the most sought after roles in the industry today, and why it makes the role so beautiful. So if you can see the Venn diagram, in the Venn diagram, it's the amalgamation of product marketing and sales. So as a product marketing manager, you have to interact with all the key stakeholders from the product team, marketing team, and the sales team. And that's why this makes the role the most sought after role in the industry today. So I'll talk about the day-to-day activities of the product marketing. Who are the key stakeholders? What are the key KPIs, and how they go about it on the day-to-day basis. So the key stakeholders for product marketing is the one of the major is product management. Second is campaign team, which create all the events. Third is marketing research. Fourth is analytics. Fifth is creative team, and the sixth is PMM organization as the entire org for the product marketing team. So how the product marketing research is an important stakeholder for the product marketing is, so before launching a product, these market research team uh, go and see what is the sought after target segment which we should target initially. Then then basis the target segment, we create the market plan accordingly and the sales plan accordingly. So the entire go to market strategy is dependent on market research which we do before launching a product. Second is product management. So product management is a key stakeholder because these are the people who will build the product. And these are the people who will give us the timelines when to launch, when they'll be able to launch the product, and how we can go about marketing, and how, what all features we can promise to the customers. Fourth is the analytics team. So based on the after the product launch, we have few KPIs which we basically look after. One of the key KPIs is the ROI of the campaign which we are running, the CTRs of the banner, which how much customers are engaging with the banners, and how the entire marketing strategy is working out to be, whether it is true or not. Event team and campaign team is obvious stakeholders, because these are the people who run events and campaigns within the organization. So to run any of the campaigns aligned to your product, you need to align all of these stakeholders as well, that is creative and campaigns. So the major user flow which comes in product marketing is discover user generally discover your product, then they try to use the product, then user you have to retain the users, or you, if the users have moved to your competitors, you have to win back the users back from the competitors. In contrast to product marketing, this is the chart, typical chart of the product management folks look like. They primarily, their primary focus and their primary stakeholders is design and engineering team. Basically, engineering teams helps in t-shirt sizing of the entire problem. What I mean by t-shirt sizing is basically they have to uh, tell the time which the engineering folks will take to complete the task. So basically, how the product management function works is they divide a product into subtasks, then they give the subtask to the project management folks, who in turn gives the task to the engineering quality folks to develop the entire product. So they divide the entire product into effort, and they use generally nowadays they use agile methodology to develop the entire product. Other stakeholders obviously is key, product marketing, product org, and product analytics. So product analytics, what are the key APIs which product managers generally sought after is, one is number of downloads, and number of customer engagement metrics like again what are the reviews of the product, what are the features the product consumers are asking for from the product for the future improvement point of view. So these are the consideration I think you should make before making a choice between the product management and product marketing. Before choosing the career, these are the things which a product manager and product marketing guys do in general. So product management is generally more towards they are more internally focused on developing the requirements. Product marketing guys are strategy. So basically, product management guys will meet people, internal stakeholders. They do dog fooding, they do focus group requirements, and to make the product perfect within the organization. Meanwhile, product marketing guys develop a strategy to basically how to communicate the features and how to communicate all the benefits about the product to the external stakeholder or the customers of the product. Second is their entirely effort is for product management. Their entirely effort is focused towards the backlogging, which is an agile methodology, and the tool generally they use is Jira. And in product marketing, the most focused effort is coordinating efforts of marketing organization with the events team. Third is the document which the product management folks generally make. They are generally known as PRD, that is product requirement documents. And the document for which on product marketing folks are working on is called go-to marketing strategy, or go-to GTM. Personas focused on feature development and product usage. So basically, these people are more focused towards the feature development part of it, and how the consumer can use the product and how we can basically get the more number of downloads and easy to understand product. Whereas product marketing folks is considerably focused on product discovery. So how they can make the discovery of the product through social media marketing, through search engine marketing. And if you talk about from the e-commerce perspective, we have merge banner on the e-commerce app itself or the website itself. And the other part is user retention. So user retention part is one of the major focus for the product marketing folks once the product is launched in the market. So their day-to-day activities I've already told you. For product management, it's engineering and testing, and for product marketing, it is basically to manage the voice of the product and what the customer is saying about it. So product marketing, after the launch of the product, we do research. We take voice of the customers through our research team, and then basis the voice of the customer, we try to figure out what else we can give to the customer and how we can improve the product. And all those inputs which we collect from the market, we generally go back to the product management and by saying that these are the new features which we want to develop into the product. So major analytics for product management is focused on the product usage, downloads, and updates of the new feature in the product. While for the major analytics for product marketing is basically the launch KPI such as CTR, what is the customer engagement matrices such as the CPI, CTRs, and ROI, which is return on investment, which is the return which they generally get on the marketing budget they have. Another contrasting thing here is entry level salary for the product marketing is lesser than the product management guys, but in the longer run, both of them get normalized and both of them get equal salaries in the longer run. And last point is role of the product management people are clearly defining the organization, and since they have to only work on the single product which they are catering to, and whereas role of the product marketing guys are pretty ambiguous and they have to create their own ecosystem, then they have to find all the things they can give as an input to the product management or the marketing team to get the benefits from both the teams. So I'll give you the example. So one of the example is, say if you want to launch a new feature in the product which says that Flipkart will be offering free delivery to all the Plus customers. So if that is the case, Amazon is already giving free shipping to all of the Prime customers. We have got this input from the Plus customers that free shipping is the major benefits which we want for. So we basically took this input to the product management team, and we developed an entire ecosystem wherein our system nowadays give free delivery to all of the Plus customers. And with the events and marketing teams, we coordinated an event by saying that this is the additional benefit which a Flipkart Plus customer can get. Any question, guys? Sure. So Sweetie Jan is asking that she is not working as a product marketing manager or product manager, is interested in doing so. And I think Varun Khan is also asking the same thing. So guys, I'll talk about what are the requirements to enter into the domain and how you can enter into the domain in the later slides. Meanwhile, these are the earlier slides are focused towards the explanation of the role, and so that you can make a wiser decisions between the two, because people often get confused between the two. So whether I should go for product management or product marketing. So I'll talk about how you can enter into either of them and what are the requirements and how to prepare for the interviews as well in the later slides. So these are the things which you'll find common in both the roles. So one is customer advocacy. So customer is the center for both the roles. Meanwhile, product management is focused towards the features which the customer, basic features which the customer wants, and they want people to get delighted with these. Garima Jen, I didn't get you. Can you come again? Guys, you can audio as well. You can unmute yourself, and you can ask me any questions if you have by using an audio method also. That is the feature they have. Okay, so basically I'll tell you about what are the common features around which both the roles basically amalgamate. So one is customer advocacy. So both the people focus, both the roles are pretty much customer focused, and customer is the centered in both the cases. Development of personas and use cases. So the have to create use cases how use by customers from the product management point of view, and to deliver the message to the customers that these are the use cases how you can use the product. Generally these folks collaborate with each other. Third is the most important thing, which is the software development life cycle. So there's, as I was telling you, that there is a software development life cycle. So each of the product which we have to build has a defined timeline in which we have to build the product, and it is important from both the product management and product marketing side of it, because product management, their key KPI is to deliver the product on time, and since all the marketing activities are aligned on the launch of the product, so product marketing manager also keeps a tight view on the timelines given by the product management for the software development. Second is the development methodology governed by Lee. So there are three methodology majorly popular in the market. One is Agile, second is Waterfall, and third is Lean. Mostly all of the e-commerce companies and companies with a fast-paced environment generally use nowadays Agile methodology. But big software companies or IT companies who generally deal with the B2B, which is business to business, they generally go for waterfall methodology. So everyone, I've already told you about the KPIs which each of these people handle. So product management generally focus towards the downloads and user engagement bit, while the product marketing folks generally care about the CR and ROI in the revenues which the campaigns are generating out of it. Both are product evangelism, so both are product evangelists, so both wants product to get successful. Internally, product management do the testing and focus group discussion within the internal stakeholders. So I'll give you the example of product evangelism from the product management point of view. So one of the recent features which Flipkart is launching is externalization of super. So I guess you guys are about the Supercoin construct which Flipkart is having. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. So you guys are aware about Flipkart Plus as a program?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for others who don't know about Flipkart Plus as well, so I'll brief about Flipkart Plus, then I'll tell you about super coins, and then we can have an example around product evangelism. So Flipkart Plus is a program which is a counter to Amazon Prime, which is a loyalty program of Flipkart Plus. So we give Plus membership, or we give an option to opt in to Plus membership to people who are high transacting customers on Flipkart. So to give this membership to people, we launch a program currency within Flipkart called Super Coins. So we give two Super Coin to a non-plus member for every 100 rupees purchase they make on Flipkart. And as soon as they reach 300 benchmark, they have an option to opt into Plus membership. So what are the benefits of Plus membership? One, they'll be eligible for free shipping across Flipkart F-assured products. Secondly, they will be earning super coins on a double rate, and there are construct within Flipkart wherein you can get direct discounts on products which are selling on Flipkart, and there are third-party rewards such as Hotstar Premium, Z Premium, Sony Live Premium subscriptions, which and YouTube Premium, and there are a bunch of other rewards which you can buy using these super coins. And another feature which we are launching, we are about to launch is product externalization of super coins. So wherein you can earn coins on Flipkart and say you can burn it on Myntra, or you can burn it on an Ola. So currently we are doing a dog fooding kind of an activity wherein we have an internal soft launch within the team, and we are testing the entire product and finding whether the product is good to go in the market or not. Next is marketing interaction. So marketing interaction is common for both the roles. So for product marketing managers, the marketing team is the primary stakeholders, while for product managers, they are the secondary stakeholders, but they give a lot of insight to product managers saying that these are the features which are not working, and these are the voice of the customers which we are getting through reviews and other kind of research we do internally within the organization. The next function is cross-functional team leadership. So both the roles are primarily focused on stakeholder management and leadership skills. Though though none of the people will be directly reporting to you guys, but you will be acting as a mini CEO, wherein you will own the entire product, and you have to basically convince all the other stakeholders like in engineering, analytics, marketing, and folks within the project management, program management teams to listen to you first. Secondly, to help you guide guide you through the software development process. So key stakeholder management is the key focused area for both the roles. Next is basically competitive analysis. So both the folks do a competitor benchmarking for the products which they are launching. Before launching, we do a very thorough competitive benchmarking, which says what are the features which are currently present in the competitors app if they are offering the similar offerings, or what can we launch as a new product in competition to say an existing product. So again, the example is Flipkart Plus, which we launched as a competition to Amazon Prime. Pricing of the product is again a key metric, since there is a cost involved in developing a product. So product management folks generally focus on pricing by saying that minimum they should get the ROI of the investment which they basically investment or effort which they put into the product. Product marketing folks again uh, focuses on optimizing the revenue from the marketing campaign. So this is the marketing funnel which generally any product marketing manager or any marketing folk looks after. So first is the lead generation, wherein we create the awareness about the product which we are selling, and then second is nurturing of the lead. By nurturing of the lead, what I mean to say is we need to create an interest. We need to create interest of people in our product. So by sending them emails, by sending targeting content to all these folks, by sending newsletter to all these people. Second is next step is consideration. So consideration is the step wherein these people consider whether they can buy the product or not. So some of the companies use free trial methods as the consideration thing, and then the next is intent. Intent is shown by the customer when they add product into their cart in the case of e-commerce website. In the case of retail or shop kind of a scenario, people go to shops and uh, ask for a certain product which they are intending to buy. Then the process of evaluation and purchase. So
हेलो सर, वॉइस ब्रेक हो रहा है।
भाई सारी चलेगा।
I think there was some network issue from his end. He would be joining again. Please give us a minute.
hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Ankush.
Okay. So I think I lost you guys somewhere in between. So are you guys clear with the marketing funnel, or do you guys have any questions? Okay. So after the marketing funnel, so there after the purchase has been made by the customers, so which was shown in the marketing funnel, there are three more steps wherein uh, we need to retain the customers, which are repeat loyalty and advocacy. So how we generally tend people.
Sorry, Ankush, for disturbing you again. We have covered till consideration. After that, the voice was breaking.
Okay. Sure. So the next part after the consideration is
Here.
intent. Can you hear me?
We have covered till consideration here, sorry.
Yeah. So the next step after consideration of the product is intent. So how we come to know about the intent in case of e-commerce is people generally add product to their carts, or they generally nowadays we are giving live demos for few of the larger items. So they request for demos for few of the product, and retail or shop like structure, they generally go to the shop and they generally ask for a particular product that shows the intent of the customer for a particular product. And then the next two steps are evaluation and purchase. What I meant by evaluation is, so customer basically before buying a product, customer generally evaluate the product by doing a benchmarking against the product which are pretty much similar to it. So if I'll give you the example of a mobile phone which people are a high-end phone such as Samsung Galaxy S10. So if I want to purchase a Samsung Galaxy S10, so I'll compare the price, design, and features which are available, which are there in the Samsung S10 with the features of the product, which similar product which are available in the market. So say an iPhone or a OnePlus, or if I'll talk about it from the products which are pretty much similar to it. And once the evaluation is done, basis the evaluation criteria which the customer set up, they generally make the purchase decision, and purchase happen after the evaluation of the product. So after the purchase has been made, there are three more steps which are there. So that which the funnel is called as retention funnel, wherein we in the retention funnel we generally focus on repeat, loyalty, and advocacy. So what I mean by repeat is, once so TPC, which is the transaction per customer, is the most sought after metric in all of the e-commerce business. And one of the quotes, I'll quote Jeff Bezos here. So what Jeff Bezos says is, if you'll increase the TPC of the customers, or if you'll focus on the transaction per customer, and if they'll start coming back to the platform again, then you'll not need marketing at all, because these repeat customer will become loyal to your program, and then they'll act as an advocate for your brand, and they'll do word of mouth marketing and social media marketing by themselves. So that's why repeat, loyalty, and advocacy is the most important step or sought after things in the current scenario, specifically from the point of e-commerce. So how we make sure that repeat is happening? So we make sure by doing customer relationship management, by sending them emails, newsletter, by providing them better after sales services. And then then a lot of companies are having loyalty programs. So of late you must have seen that all of the companies, these companies are launching loyalty programs. So by loyalty programs, I mean to say, you have Jet Privilege, you have Flipkart Plus, you have Amazon Prime, wherein we give certain set of features or certain set of services to the customers which we feel are loyal, which we feel, which we want them to make special. So these are the loyalty program which a lot of companies are launching these days. And the last step is advocacy, wherein people don't care about all the negative things which is in the market about the brand. They are a fan of the brand, and then they start doing advertisement endorsement on through social media by talking to people. That is word of mouth marketing and things like that. So these are the three main levers of the retention funnel. Then I'll talk about what are the key requirements, or what are the key. Guys, can you hear me? Hello. I think there is some problem with my internet. If you guys can hear me, you can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
So these are the skill set for a perfect product management. So leadership and execution is the most sought after skill, And the other things which are good to have is technical skills if you have, similar industry background if you have, business acumen of the people, and product and marketing background if you have. So though the leadership and execution skill is must to have skills if you are opting for a product marketing or product managerial job, the others are good to have. So if you have a technical background, it will be easier for you. So Chakravarti is asking, but there are many competitors in the market and multiple choices. In such case, do these concept work? So I'll say Chakravarti, yes. So I'll give the example as well. So after the launch of Flipkart Plus program, so the TPC, which is transaction per customer for the Plus customers, has seen a jump of say 60% in the Flipkart itself. So yes, all these philosophy work, but you need to tweak them around according to your requirement and according to your market segment. So does that answer your question, Chakravarti? So what is the great pitch according to me? You should, if you are opting for any of these jobs, so you should always be ready with a great pitch. And what I meant by a great pitch is, a great pitch always tell an engaging story. So you should always be ready with an elevator pitch. So say if you meet Jeff Bezos in an elevator and you have say around 30 seconds, 40 seconds, how you will market yourself, or what are the key points which you want to focus or highlight to people given a limited amount of time. You should always be ready with a engaging story or a 2-minute pitch. Send a message. The story always should send a message of who you really are and what you have achieved in your life. The story should always deliver a positive message, and the story should be well structured. So by well structured, I'll give you an example of well structured pitch. So say if you're answering a question about tell me about yourself, so you can answer it in the time when it happens. So it can be in the incremental duration or the decremental. So basically from the current job to the past job, or the past job past things which you have done to the current jobs, whichever you are comfortable with. Next thing is how you can basically prepare the strategy which for a great pitch. So these are the few key areas for product marketing and product management. So you can create a table wherein you can write examples in advance for all these skills. So where you have shown the leadership skills, so you can write say 2 examples for each of them, and then you can choose judiciously at the time of interview whichever you are more comfortable with or whichever the situation requires. So preparing beforehand gives a lot more advantage than uh, on the spot answering it. You will be more confident. Your thoughts will be much more aligned with the things which you want to actually which you want to say. Next is the major key questions which, or the major questions which these jobs require. They generally ask you for your major strengths and weaknesses. So these are the major strengths and weaknesses which you should prepare your own answer. You can prepare your own answers as well, but these are few of the examples I've already provided. You can pick 1 or 2 from here also. These are the list of common interview questions. So these are the questions which people in Google, Facebook, Amazon, Flipkart, all these companies generally ask, these are the questions which they generally ask to 80 to 90% of the candidates. So you can have a look at them. Or I can, maybe they can basically forward it to all of you. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. That's it from me. And if you guys have any questions, I would love to answer them.
Ankush, that was a very great session.
Varun Khaitan says no. Okay.
Very great session, Ankush. Thank you.
I have a question. Yeah. Yes, Chakravarti. You can also unmute yourself. You can ask me by using your audio as well. So that's your personal choice. But I'll say if you can unmute yourself, that can help other people also with the question. Sure. So it helps in in-job search process. Yes, Chakravarti, there are various certification available on Udacity. Product School is one of the most popular among the product management candidates. And there are various books also which are available. So how to crack the PM interview by how to crack the PM interview and design of everyday things. So these are a few of the books you can refer to. There are various other books as well. So Sprint is one, Ship It is another one. So these are the books. These are the must-read books for all the product management candidates as well as people who are aspiring to enter into the same. And if you'll talk about from the certification perspective, yeah, Udacity does offer a certification for product management. Then there is a site called Product School, which is the most famous website. You can read blogs on Medium. You can read your query on Quora, and all of these mediums provide a lot of insight about the process and what product management and product marketing is all about. Yeah, I think that answers your question, Chakravarti.
Thank you.
Okay, I hope there are no other questions. So I'll conclude. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Ankush. It was a very wonderful session and helped us a lot.
Thank you. Bye.